Okay guys, I've got 2 corned beef briskets. I'm going to take out of the packages, rinse them off, and I'm going to can these today. So I'm going to take you along as I do that. So I'm going to get them out of here and get them rinsed. Alright, I've got the corned beef rinsed off, so now I'm going to put it on the cutting board and we'll get it processed up. Okay guys, my camera's wanting to be crazy today. I cut the briskets across the grain sideways. Now I'm cutting them up in those sections into 3s and then kind of cutting any excess fat like this I've cut off. And you can see laying here the little extra that I've took off. But I'm going to continue doing that until I get this one cut up, and then I'll show you how I'm going to pack the jars. Alright, we've got it diced in the size I want. Like I said, got that size. So we're going to put it in our jars. I'm probably just going to get a couple jars for each one of these, but that'll be 2 jars that I have on the shelf. So you want it to about your 1-inch headspace, which is right here at this little line. We're not putting any broth or anything because the juice will come from the beef as it cooks. And I'm going to continue doing this till I get all my jars filled. Okay, we're going to clean our rims, and since I'm using something with a lot of fat, I'm definitely going to use the vinegar because it cuts the fat better. I'm going to do all. I ended up with 5 pints and one that's just a hair smaller than a pint. But it is just a little bit smaller next to the jar. It's not quite as wide or as tall as the same height. It's just not as wide as the others are. Okay, I'm gonna get my lids on. Alright, I'm using 4 jars canning lids. I used these when I canned the other day, and all my jars sealed but one, and the one that sealed, it wasn't a failure of the lids, it was my fault. I think I just didn't get the lid tight enough because some of the product worked up underneath the lid. But I'm going to try these again today. And you want to get those finger tight just to where your finger goes. And it's kind of hard to do holding the thing, but you don't want to wrench it down. That's not tight. That's about as far as it's going to go. Just easy. I'm going to do the rest of them, and then I'll bring you back as I put them in the canner. Okay, for my canner, I have 3 inches of water, and I can tell by my water line. I've done it so long I don't even have to measure anymore. We're going to put our jars in. Everything's cold. The water's cold, the jars are cold, the meat's cold. And we're going to put these in, and then I'll bring you back. Alright, I've got corned beef and a couple jars of ham in the bottom, more ham on top. And we're going to put our lid on and lock it down. And once I lock all the corners down, we're going to let steam come out of here for 10 minutes. And then we'll put our weight on and we'll get it up to 10 pounds of pressure for 75 minutes. We're at 10 pounds of pressure, so we're going to process for 75 minutes. Okay, it's been 75 minutes. I've turned the heat off, and we're going to wait to let it come down off pressure. Okay, guys, pressure's down. I'm just going to take the gosh, they smell good. right. Coming. This is the here's the corned beef. I've already took 2 of the jars out. You see those. Guys, here's the corned beef. It's still just a rolling ball coming out.